Welcome, my dear students and listeners. In today's lecture, we will discuss these three things as you can see on the screen. Number one is acquired language, which is also called first language. Number two is learning a language, which is also called second language. And number three is glossolalia. These three topics will be discussed today in this lecture. So let me discuss number one, acquired language. What is acquired language? So acquired language or language acquisition is a natural way of learning mother language from our parents. And it is also called first language or mother tongue. Language acquisition is a subconscious or involuntary way of learning language in which a person does not focus on its grammatical structure. Language acquisition is a natural process of human beings. Let, for example, when a child learns his or her first language from their parents and siblings, this is called first language, mother language, or acquired language. And number two is learning a language. What is learning a language? Learning a language is also called second language learning or second language. The language which is other than our mother language, that is called learning a language. So, learning a language is also called second language. Learning a language is not a natural process, it is an artificial way. It is an artificial way of learning a language other than our maternal language. And in learning a language, we focus grammar rules, vocabulary, and structures of a sentence. For learning a language, we often use textbooks or learning courses. And in learning a language, we often face trouble of interference of our first language or mother language. For example, we learn a second language in our classrooms. And in simple words, the language we pick up by doing is acquired language, while the language we pick up by studying is learning a language. And number three is glossolalia. What is glossolalia? So, the word glossolalia is comprising of two Greek words. Means glossolalia is made up of two Greek words. Number one is glossa, which means tongue or language. And number two is lelio or lelia. Lelia means to speak or to make a sound. Glossolalia is also known as speaking in tongue. Speaking in tongue is the second name used for glossolalia. Glossolalia is a speaking experience or practice in which a person speaks words or produce speech like sounds but having no real meaning. And in this type of speech, the listeners believe to be a language, but the listener can't understand what the speaker says. So, glossolalia is apparently a speech or speaking of words which can't be explained or interpreted by the listeners. Glossolalia is often practiced in Christianity and some other religions. And in these religions, glossolalia is believed to be a divine language and unknown even to the speaker himself. And some of the words which belong to magic or some spells of magic also come in the circle of glossolalia, because we don't know the real meaning of those words. which are used in magic spells. So these things also occur in the circle of glossolalia. So once again, I would like to repeat what is acquired language. So acquired language is the basic language or the first language which we learn from our parents. And learning a language which is also called second language. So when we learn a language other than our real language, so this comes in the orbit of learning a language. For example, our mother tongue is English and we want to learn French. So the English is our first language and the French will be our second language. And in this case, the English will be acquired language which we would have acquired from our parents. And learning a language, so in this case, the French will be a second language, and this comes in the orbit of learning a language. And glossolalia, so glossolalia is a practice or experience of uh, speech-like sounds and that have no real meanings. And we can't understand their meaning. We can't interpret those words. We can't explain those words in our language. Thank you very much.